Hello guys, I'm Yegwen, and today we'll be looking at one of the troubles that every starting Dota 2 player has. My goodness, there are so many characters in this game. Where should I move? What should I look like? Which one should I pick for my very first game? I will try to answer that. I will try to at least give you some guidelines in terms where can you start with some of the easier to play heroes. Well, at the highest level they may be not so easy, they require lots of micro, but then if you're a starting player they should be just fine for your first Dota 2 experience or for starting to learn Dota 2 the right way. So the first problem that you hit if you launch Dota 2 and you click play is that there are 95 heroes in this game currently, if I'm not mistaken. 95, that's a freaking lot, so you can keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and yeah, each of these heroes looks great. They have great graphics, they look nice, some of them have boobs, the other ones are just this beefy heroes, other ones are just demons that you feel that's the guy I want to be playing. No, we'll take a more measured approach. We'll take a safer approach, and I will show you a list of heroes I have prepared that will help you to gain the foot in this game. So what I've done is I've picked them as my favorites. They are not my favorites, but I will use the favorites list right now. And instead of going by the roles of all the characters, the roles are not important right now. If you're a player that just starting to learn Dota, don't think too much about the roles. You will learn that as you go. But first, you know, if you want to just get the feeling of the game, we'll look at two types of heroes. One of them are ranged. The second ones are, of course, melee. So most of the heroes I have picked are supports, which means the game won't rely that much on your ability to last hit, on your ability to farm lots and lots of gold. Some of the heroes are carries, which means you are the main character, main hero of your team, and the team relies on how much beefy you get through the duration of the game. So without further ado, let me show you what have I picked. First, let's go with the ranged heroes. So if you're not feeling very comfortable with Dota 2 games, or you haven't played many MOBA games, then probably what you should go first is a ranged hero. The four heroes I have picked are the Lich, the Sniper, the Witch Doctor, and Zeus. Now, they are completely different heroes, but if you want to start playing a ranged character just to get a feeling of the game, what I strongly suggest is to go with the Sniper. For one reason, Sniper, from all of the Dota 2 characters, has the longest range on his rifle. That's it. That's why you want to go with the Sniper. First, it doesn't have too many active abilities, so it will be easy for you to understand what the game is about playing an easy hero. Of course, at the highest level, Sniper isn't that easy to play because he's very squishy, but if you play it safe, it should be easy for you to get a grasp of how to play a Sniper. Sniper, of course, is a carry, so you want to farm a lot, you want to last hit a lot, and then you will become more and more powerful. If you don't want any of that, you can go with the Lich hero. This guy has an ability that consumes one of your mobs, and it makes it twice easy, because once you deny the experience that mob would give to the enemy team, and the second, you're never out of mana. And this hero is very easy to play if you have a nice carry experienced character next to you, experienced hero next to you, and you just need to babysit that hero. You need to try to do a little bit of poking of the enemy heroes, and you just focus on staying alive. And when you get your own ultimate, it's one of the best and my personal favorite ultimates in the game. It's a bouncing ball of lightning or frost, which does hell of a lot of damage. So it's a very nice touch to playing a very safe character. Okay, so Sniper, Lich out of the way. Then we have a Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is a guy that can stun a lot, that can curse, and that has an awesome nuke ability at the end, which is like a shooting chain gun, but it's a totem. And then we have Zeus, who is a god and who has a lot of good quotes, but basically this guy has a nice range, nice attack range, nice damage. His spells don't cost that much mana. Of course, you will need a lot of mana regeneration to play Zeus, but they are not as expensive as some heroes, so you'll be able to do a nice little bit of spamming with your spells. And the ultimate of Zeus is an ultimate that hits every single enemy on the map, which means that if you just gone out of a team fight and you see two guys running and they are both on low health, you just push your ultimate, and then in most of the cases they will drop dead. One of my first games with Zeus, we had this situation where there was one guy running away, and we saw that one guy, and my friends yelled to me, Yegwen, press the ultimate! I pressed the ultimate, triple kill! Because apparently there were two other hurt enemy heroes on the map as well, so this is where I learned that Zeus is an extremely fun character to play. Okay, getting back to my list. So these are the ranged characters you may want to try first. Of course, there are other easy ranged characters you may want to play. Just to pick, I think a Windrunner is one of them. Windrunner is always easy because she has an escape mechanism. Well, there are lots of others, but let's stick to the list I have prepared. Okay, so the next class of characters. The next class of characters you may want to be playing are melee characters, and they also come in different sizes and sorts, because some of them are meant to disable the enemy, some of them are meant to engage, some of them are just meant to survive the fights and do as much damage as possible, while others, like Omniknight, is a healer basically, and a great support. So getting back to the list, the first melee character you may want to try out is either Omniknight or a Skeleton King. Omniknight is a support, so you don't farm that much and you don't steal the last hits from your teammates, and you have this very useful purification spells which not only heals you but also damages the enemies surrounding you, so it's always good. Plus his ultimate is one of the best ultimates that can change the destiny of a team fight when you throw that out, because it gives you protection from damage, it gives you health regeneration, well, all of your teammates in the area around you. So Omniknight is one of these sort of World of Warcraft paladins that you carry around in your team, and it's just purely useful. Then we have the Skeleton King, and this guy just hits hard, plus he has lifesteal, plus he can stun the enemies, and this doesn't have too much of a cooldown. It's, I think, 8-second cooldown. You get a critical strike from one of your abilities and reincarnation. So in case you drop dead, you just wake up. Oh, did someone scratch my head while I was sleeping? No, you just woke up because you're a freaking skeleton and you can't die. Oh, well, at least you can die once every 260, then 160, and then eventually 60 seconds, because this is your free get out of jail card if you get caught. Very useful, very handy, and also easy to practice last hitting with a melee character. Then we have Sven, which is a very nice, easy hero to start with. Some basic attacks, cleave damage, which means damage around you. It has Warcry, which increases the movement speed and gives you a little bit time, well, perhaps a little bit more time to escape. And it has this crazy freaking ultimate, which just gives you pure strength and damage when you use it. It's awesome, guys, it's awesome. Then we have Ursa. Ursa is a wolf, I think, I'm not sure if it's a she. No, it's a he. Ursa is a he. It's a he wolf. So one of the things he does is slowing enemies. Then he has this ability that increases your damage if you hit the same target a couple of times. And his ultimate is just going pure berserk. And if you get life steal on Ursa, you're basically... Well, if I can be frank with you, there's lots of complaints saying, Ursa is so overpowered. So if you play on all pick mode, then probably you will see someone picking up Ursa quite fast. Ursa plus Omniknight plus Skeleton King probably are the worst combo you can ever encounter. Not saying it's hard. It's non-counterable, but it's very hard to play against if you don't know what you're doing. So picking up Ursa or Skeleton King in your team is very nice and can give you an advantage if you're not such an experienced player. And again, in hands of a very experienced player, they are just crazy. And the last character I've picked is a guy I've played recently called Seer. And the reason why I've picked Seer to this list may be a little bit controversial, but this guy has a very good ability that allows him to escape very fast. You just cast a movement speed buff on yourself, and it's a very fast movement speed buff, so you see, oh my god, we're losing this! Abandon sheep! And you put that onto yourself and you run away and wave your dead teammates on the run. So you may want to use Seer. It's a good hero when you want to go a solo lane, because he has this orb that you place on a mob and it attacks everything around. It does a lot of damage, a lot of good damage. It's called Ion Shell. It's a lot of good damage if you want to secure your tower, or if you have a partner on your lane, then you can use that to keep the enemy away and deny them the ability to farm and last hit. That's very important. So Seer is one of these characters that is well, he's not a nuker really. When you think about team fights, he has some fun abilities, but he's definitely not type of a guy who can nuke the hell out of the enemy team. He's just a guy that's very tricky to play against, and he can be a pain in your ass. So that's one of the reasons you may want to start with him. Also, his damage is very reasonable, so not so difficult to last hit. So anyway, we may want to do some hero-specific tutorials in the future, but for now I just wanted to make this video to give you an indicator of where you may want to start, what you may want to start with, and which heroes around here are just newbie friendly. So if you are a newbie, just like I was 2 months ago, and you're just starting to play Dota, these are the heroes that will help you to go the first step. Then there's a lot to learn about the game mechanics, about how it all works, about the items, the abilities, the team play, the team fights, all of that. But all of that later. What you need to do now is just to fire up a game against bots, and you may just give it a shot with one of these heroes and try to play against bots and see how it goes. So I hope you guys enjoy Dota 2. I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful. If you do, please vote, please like on YouTube. You may also subscribe to this channel. We'll be having much more tutorials, so if you're just starting, then this is the place that will help you to be a better Dota 2 player. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I am Yegwan, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye!